Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about The Later Daters, Season 1, Episode 6.
We are trucking through this. Listen here. I see the comments. I see y'all requesting the ultimatum. We got to get through this. Okay? Have patience with us. We will try to get at least 3 episodes of the ultimatum out before the next batch of episodes come out. We are working.
Yep.
And my vacation is coming up soon. Okay? And truth be told, I don't know if my wife, well, she don't know because I was thinking about this the other night. I was like, I'm really thinking about taking a week off, like really a week off on vacation. I don't know how much y'all gonna like that. I'm talking about no Married at First Sight, no anything. I'm tired.
Well, I'm ready to.
I know you ready to work. You ready to walk us through this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Well, we start with Willie.
Okay.
He is on the date with Anise.
Okay.
He is 6'3", 55 years old. He thinks she's about 50 to 51, but she reveals that, of course, we know she's 62.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's new to dating somebody older, but he takes his jacket off because it's getting hot in there.
Oh, what is your thoughts on Willie, Big William right over here?
Yeah, he's an attractive guy, good looking, and they're definitely lusting after each other. They just can't stop looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that they've got the spark there. I don't know. He comes across a little play to me.
Oh my goodness.
But maybe just because he's a very tall, very attractive guy, I feel like if he wanted a lady, he wouldn't have any trouble getting one. So
I mean, he don't have to be a square. It's rather he's a square or he's a player for you. Mind you, the daughter picked this guy out for her mother. So
and we saw a little bit like what the picture that she actually saw. It was him with the shirt off, with his abs and stuff showing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think he was in a pool. I think he was. So it's like, of course his shirt would be off, Blair.
Okay.
Come on now.
So Nate wants his grandkids to call him Tupac, like Tupac.
That ain't gonna happen.
Nate tells Jackie about the date with Michelle. Her guard was down. They had a lot of fun. He enjoyed her sense of humor, but he hasn't decided on whether or not he wants to take her on a second date yet.
Nate, what are you here for, brother? Now, me personally, I really have no problem with Nate. I see a lot of think pieces on Nate. I'm like, Nate not really that bad. He's just a man stuck in his ways. And
to me, he's just an old man.
And stuck in his ways. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, Nate, what do you really want? And at the end of the day, will you value someone if they was to come into your space? Or do somebody got to come in and value you? You get what I'm saying? So I hope he gives Michelle another call or things of that nature, because I feel like, loosen up. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Next, we have Greg. We are new to meeting Greg. He's 61 years old.
Yeah.
Divorced, single 12 years, 2 sons, construction business.
Yeah.
For dating, he was used to getting ghosted and went from fun to frustrating pretty quickly.
Yeah.
He wants someone who values family and has strong faith. I thought maybe Suzanne would be a good choice for him.
No, Suzanne's not good. Suzanne's not a good choice. Already came to terms. Suzanne's not a good choice for anybody.
Well, yeah, Suzanne's here for a good time, not a long time.
I'm about to say Suzanne's not a good choice for anybody.
Back to Willie and Anise. He talks about how his best vacation was Johannesburg. Yeah. They told him welcome home and he didn't want to go back to America.
Wow.
She went there and she said she spent some time in Bali. She loves to travel and she is adventurous.
Yeah.
She felt him really trying to get to know her, and he can tell that she's smart. She does tell him that she has a doctorate, and to him that just gives her even more attractive points because he's finding her more and more attractive.
Nice.
He asked her out for another date. Maybe we can do 3 hours instead of 2. They exchanged numbers, and he wrote down Anise Patrice. He kept getting her middle name wrong, but she reminded him it's Patricia.
See, the thing about it was he was trying to do a little cat in the hat rhyme so he can remember her first name.
Right.
So if I go Anise Patrice, if I just put 2 names together, which one of them is not my name, you get what I'm saying? Then I will remember her name. She kept saying Patricia.
Yes.
And listen here. As long as you 6'3" and got abs and things of that nature, you can get her wrong. You can get her name wrong 10 times, as I think we saw him get her name wrong at least 4 times. And I'm like, bruh, just stop saying the middle name.
It didn't bother her.
Of course not. Not
Right.
even close.
So he says that he planned to have an adventurous second date. He walks her to the car and they are holding hands. So there was sparks flying.
Yeah.
We get Lorie's second date.
Uh-oh.
Martin, 55, never married, 3 kids, owner of an HVAC company.
Nice.
She really wasn't feeling Ty her first date, and she doesn't know if Felton will come to her birthday party. So she is going to continue on in this dating process.
Yeah.
Both Martin and Lorie are on this date to make candles, which I think is just like the funnest activity.
It's overrated.
We still have to do a candle making date. I've only done it with some girlfriends and my mom, but I think I love candle making.
You can keep doing it with your girlfriends.
Okay. They've seen each other before. Apparently they go to the same church.
Okay.
Martin can tell that she's very particular. When it comes to all the different scents, she has something to say about every scent.
Of course.
Lorie asks where he is in life, and he says, I'm right here.
I'm about to say, hold on, stop right there, right?
Yeah.
I like that answer.
I like it too.
Because what do you mean where I'm at? I'm old. You know what I mean? You already know I'm an owner of a company. You already know how many kids I have, if I have kids and things like that. You already know I haven't been married or if I'm divorced. So it's like, what do you mean? And I think what happens is people ask questions to get fake deep. Like what do you mean? Where am I in life? And then if I was to ask you the question, what would you say? And I think we like to fill the air up with empty nothings and things like that. Like asking me what is my 10-year plan from now. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, I have a year plan. And many times I have a 3-month plan. I go 3 months at a time.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I think it's a question that sounds good on the surface, but really it's like, what do you mean I'm here making candles with you?
Right. And normally I would consider that kind of like a smart aleck response, but I really didn't feel like it was, because Lorie, what are you even asking?
Exactly.
Like, she's going through rattling off all these questions, but none of them are really going to get her to know the person anymore. That question, and I could be digging into it, but that question, I felt it was more of like a status type question as far as like, where are you at in life? Because I think she prides herself. I know she says that her heart resides in her career when it comes to the students and the behavioral health piece.
Yeah.
But I think that she really gets a lot of her worth and confidence from being in that entertainment space.
Oh, from being around celebrities.
Yeah. And also from her being like the Auntie Lorie and that kind of being her brand and all that type of stuff. So I don't know. It came across kind of like status checking type of thing. I don't know. But I could be reaching.
No, I see how you got there.
Yeah.
I always say people always want to find opportunities for them to prove how smart they are.
Okay.
So Lorie come off as a person that want to let you know, like, oh yeah, I noticed this. Oh yeah, I you can't get nothing past me. So she just comes off as someone that's like an intellect, and she want to prove it by deep conversation. Have you ever had like conversation with somebody that just want to be deep all the time? And I'm just like, bruh, I can't get the way you at, bruh. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm smart. I know you're smart. We don't have to have smart conversations. Did you hear this album? Like you get what I'm saying? Like, let's have normal conversations. And that's what I think Lorie is missing.
Yeah.
Like some normality.
Right. Like,
be a vibe.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But instead, it's like, so like, what are you up to? Or like, where are you in life? And I'm just like, I'm here making candles.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he talks about how life got different for him a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
He recently moved his mom in, and he does a lot of caring for his family, and he seldom takes time for himself.
That is commendable.
Yep. He is going to be a deacon, and she doesn't know how that's going to work because she cusses.
Okay.
She asked him, do you like aggressive women? And he says, as long as they know when to turn it off.
No. You gotta make the sound effect. He said, ain't nothing wrong with it as long as you can. You know what I mean? I was like, listen here. There's just no.
Yeah.
And my question is to Lorie, why would you even ask that?
Why do you even okay, I'll put it like this. Different people have different personalities. So I'm biased in a way to more laid back people because that's how I am. And I don't see the benefit of being aggressive. What are you trying to do? Scare people? like what is your aggression accomplishing for you? Like, I can understand if somebody's like a go-getter or passionate or whatever the case like that. But aggression does not have any positive connotation to me. I don't know why you would want to describe yourself that way.
You got to talk to the mic too.
Oh, sorry.
It's not even that. It's just like.
Well, maybe she knows she's aggressive, and that's what it is.
It's like you're talking to a man right now. Like, what do you mean? Do I like aggression? Like, are you talking about in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Or just as a person? Like, why would you be aggressive and things like that? I understand, like, when you're a woman and you doing things on your own, and you have to basically be the line of defense when it comes to your children, when it comes to yourself, and things of that nature. But you're talking to a man. Allow yourself, since she tells us all the time she wants to tap into her woman's side, allow yourself. So you got to ask questions that will allow yourself to be shown soft. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you can't ask questions that will kind of that will solidify you in what you already are. Because what if he said yes? You go be like, what? Okay, then I'm just gonna stay aggressive. Like, no, like you want to be soft. Ask soft questions.
Yeah, because to me, aggressive is just like synonymous with like combative. I'm just like, it's like you want to fight.
Yeah.
So they do talk about how they both like going out for social activities. He likes parties, but to a limit.
Okay.
Lorie says that her job doesn't allow her to be a homebody. She says that she has a birthday coming up, and he asked to come if she would have him.
And she looked like she didn't want him to come, and I'm like, then why did you bring it up?
And that's that thing where I think she wants to, I think she is a certain way. So don't get me wrong when I say she wants to appear a certain way, but I think she really does lean into and like the fact that she has such a social, extroverted lifestyle. And I think that really gives her a lot of confidence and personality. And maybe that takes up, and I could be treading, a little whatever, but maybe that kind of takes up the space of a partner for her. Instead of pouring that time into a person, you have all these people around you, all these events, all these activities. And some people really are just like busybodies, and they enjoy that, which is perfectly fine. But she seems to want a person or a man to be with, but it appears that she just really is just, I don't know, just the whole thing about being a busybody. I'm just like, it seems like she's trying to fill something that she wishes was something else, which is a partner. I could be stretching.
Well, maybe like it's kind of like you get these constant highs. So if she's around celebrities, if we're going by your analogies and things like that, and if she's always if the job that she's doing with celebrities and being on the move like that kind of gives her constant highs, then I can see why she's like, you know what, my job doesn't allow me to be a homebody. You know what, I need somebody to be able to keep up. But really, I don't think you do if the job already does that for you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, because you had your job and your job probably been your saving grace. You get what I'm saying? You probably, because like one thing Suzanne said in the first episode was when her husband passed away, she dug herself into her work. Right. So now the job already takes up the position of what was lost. So she lost her marriage and things like that. So you don't need a person to be or do what the job is already doing. Now you need a person to be independently them. And kind of be the opposite and things like that. Because why would I need you to do something that somebody else or something is already doing? But she don't really see it that way, because everything got to kind of fall in line with the job. So she don't really see like the value in, because I am not a homebody and like I run around a lot, it would be good to come home and be with someone who is like home waiting for me. Do you get what I'm saying? But instead, she probably wants somebody to be out with her, and she's and I don't think she sees the value in that. At least not now. And I don't really blame her for it, because this has been her life,
Yeah, and I think it also kind of goes back to what Logan, the dating coach, was saying, that she comes across like a busy airport. Because. And she said it's hard for her to kind of quiet and still her mind, because she has her thoughts running like a mile a minute. I do think part of that is when you are like a single parent, or, you take care of the household, you do have to have your thoughts on everything and taking care of everything.
Spending a lot of plates.
So I'm just like, I totally see like why that's a habit for her, but it makes me wonder, does she ever take the time to be quiet, to have a chill night at the house, like, or is she kind of afraid to be still? And is she afraid to have a partner who will be still, because that might slow her down?
Maybe.
So yeah, anyway, just thoughts. Anyway, so Pam tells her daughter about the date with Dwight.
I think granddaughter, right?
Yeah, her granddaughter. She finds him easy to talk to. She could tell he was a good person. They haven't really talked, but she is going to reach out to him.
Okay.
She really likes that he knows Atlanta. In worst case scenario, they'll just be really good friends.
And she'll have a job.
Yep.
Right? I'm about to say, the worst case scenario, they be good friends. I think Pam is, what's the word? I think Pam needs companionship. I don't know if she needs a partner.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's at that age, and I'm not saying that 70-year-olds don't need somebody to date or marry or things like that. But just the fact that she hopped on, oh, can I work for you? And things like that based on what he did. Because I think where she lives, all the way out in rural and things like that, where there's nobody there. And then she says she has girlfriends who really don't like to hang out that late at night because, you know, they got to drive themselves home.
Right.
I think she just want to be around people.
Yeah.
Her personality gives off, I can talk to anybody, and I just want to be around people. That's why when she was on her first date, everything that was stored away for years and years and years and not being around people just came out. Just word vomit, talking about using your brain and how, like, you know, we really don't use all our... So I think when she saw the opportunity that, oh, this guy... he has a job to where he basically around people and people around the nightlife. I think she values that more than an actual partner. And if she gets both in one, that's fine. But I think she really wants to be around people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, agreed. Greg ends up meeting the dating coach Logan.
Okay.
He talks about how one of his sons has cerebral palsy, and when it came to his first marriage, the focus was shifted towards their son, and it caused their marriage to suffer. He does wish that he could go back and try to figure things out with his first wife, but that ship has sailed.
That's usually what happens in divorce, and I pray that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah.
That you grow old and you just be like, dag, I didn't have to fuss at her about the cabinets. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, you grow old and you're kind of lonely and you kind of like, you get used to it. And you're just like, I didn't have to do that. It could have been fixable. And many times they're not, especially some, I forgot her name, but there's a lady that reviews, not like this show, but she like reviews another show. And she was talking about marriage. And she said something like, really, there's not a lot of things to get divorced from except you're in physical harm. And like just outright disrespect, I think cheating. Yeah. So it kind of put in perspective, like anything is fixable if you really want to fix it. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. In his second marriage, he had a blended family of about like 6 or 7. Yeah. But that was a stressful situation, and they ended up divorcing in 2012.
I'm about to say, he said 6 or 7. He like, I only brought 2, if not 1. Right. You know what I mean?
His type is Penelope Cruz, Jennifer Aniston, someone who's fit. And Logan offers him the advice to try to be open to the package the person comes in. Yeah. But he says, I'm not going to lie, physical attraction has to be there.
Of course.
And she tells him it might not be love at first sight or instant attraction. As people get older, they don't look like Penelope Cruz. Yeah. It's about finding a partner that you get to enjoy life with, enjoy activities with, and a companion, so to speak.
And this is what it comes down to, guys. When it comes down to us, of course, he going to say the person he like. I think he said Jennifer Aniston and things like that. He wants somebody who is like good looking and things like that. And that's very different than, let's say, someone in my position to where I expect to grow old with someone. And I think it's something to where when I grow old with Blair, I will always see Blair. You get what I'm saying? Besides me starting over, I wouldn't want an old lady either. You get what I'm saying? But if I grow old with my lady, that's a different appreciation. You get what I'm saying? So that's what Greg is basically like, look, I haven't grown old with nobody, so give me Jennifer Aniston. You get what I'm saying?
Next we have Lorie and Martin. Yeah. Back on their date, Lorie says that he is more than welcome to join her birthday. She felt like it would be rude to mention her birthday and not invite him. Yes. She does need to spend more time with him to see if he could fit into her world.
That's craziness right there.
Yeah. Martin says that he can sense that she's a lot of fun. He says he's a lot of fun too. And he's looking forward to going to her birthday party.
Nice.
Yeah. Just the way that Lorie speaks, like, and I don't want to be very nitpicky, but it does not sound like she's interested in getting to learn somebody else and finding out about their world and trying to come together. Everything for her, which she's not the only one. I feel like Nate's the same way too. You got to fit into my life and do exactly what I do, or this is not going to work out. Yeah,
that makes sense.
We've got Lorie. She ended up calling Logan. Lorie says that she was in interview mode at the beginning. She was asking him questions to see if he could deal with her personality, and he's a little bit quieter than her. Logan thinks that she might benefit from someone calm, and she wants to make sure that Lorie is giving the other person space and that she's being vulnerable.
I basically said that. Let's keep going.
Suzanne says that with Avery, the red flags there was that he's an Alabama fan.
Wow.
And she is curious to see what's behind door number 3.
I think Suzanne just like dating. I think Suzanne is having a good time.
Suzanne like putting on that red lipstick in her dress and curling her hair and being out for the night.
Yep.
And I'm not mad at that. We get to the date with Greg. He is on a date with Kelly, who is 59. Kelly, when she first came up on the screen, she said that she likes to have sex a lot.
Listen here, Greg. Okay. I found your soulmate, brother. She said I like to have sex daily.
Yes. She is divorced, 11 years single, 4 kids, and a dental hygienist. She has 3 grandchildren going on 4, and she was married once for 26 years.
Wow.
He thought she was pretty. He liked that she smiled a lot. We learned that she grew up water skiing, and they both say that they're going to water ski, but he hasn't skied in over 20 years.
Oh, boy.
She is doing all the different moves, spinning around, doing all the things, and he's having a hard time even standing up.
He can't even hold on. Now, Greg, wait a minute now. You over here talking about you want a young girl and things of that nature because you care about attraction and even sex yourself. You over there looking old in the water.
Keep up, man.
Man, come on, Greg. That was disappointing, man.
Yeah.
You had Brittany laughing at you. It is what it is.
So Anise meets with her daughter. It updates her on Willie.
Yeah.
She says that he is magical. He was gazing into her eyes, trying to read her. And Anise didn't realize Big Willie was an analogy for his Peter. So she is not going to text him because she got the sense that he is a traditional type of man.
Yeah.
So she's going to allow him to take the lead.
Listen here. If he did not text her in 5 days, she would have called that man.
I agree.
6'3", yeah, she was going to call that man.
Yeah. So Suzanne's third date is Jeff. He's 58, 2 times divorced, single 10 years, 3 kids, and he is a director of an automotive company.
Okay.
She thinks he is a silver fox, and he is what she's been looking for.
Sure.
She does think that he might need to loosen up a little bit. She brings up the Matthew McConaughey podcast. At this point, I don't even know if there's a podcast with Matthew McConaughey on it.
I think she just lying. Suzanne be talking about how she be doing a good job, and I haven't. The best date she had was when they went to the football game, to where she didn't talk. But these first dates, all terrible in my eyes.
Yeah. She likes wine, but she doesn't really know much about like the scent notes and all of that type of stuff. So they're kind of laughing over the fact that they just drinking pretty much.
She basically like, I like how it make me feel.
Yes.
Basically.
And she finds out that he is a Bulldogs fan.
Okay.
So plus for Jeff.
Yeah.
Greg does get the book to help. Basically, Greg has to do, I guess it's kind of like for people who aren't very good at water skiing, to where you kind of get near the boat to help you with your coordination. So he does that so he can ski a little bit. And then him and Kelly end up having a glass of champagne.
Nice.
Kelly finds him handsome and a good family man. If he's willing to court her, she would like to go out with him again. And Greg doesn't know if he wants to go out with her again, but he does plan to reach out to talk to her.
I fell too many times in the water, man.
Yeah.
She ain't gonna respect me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna reset with somebody else. I feel you.
Yeah. Back with Suzanne and Jeff, Suzanne talks about how she is working part-time. He was retired, but then decided to go back to work. And he spent some time in Italy with his kids and his grandmother. Suzanne has also traveled and likes to do that as well.
Okay.
Suzanne thinks that there's more to explore when it comes to Jeff, and he piqued her interest.
Truth be told, I was like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't feel the chemistry, but I also didn't feel the chemistry with Frank in the beginning either.
Yeah, I think maybe Jeff was just more of her physical type. I don't know.
Like,
Jeff wasn't given much personality.
Like Jeff was kind of like on the heavy, more like a chubby, husky guy better.
Well, she said he was a silver fox. That usually means somebody really attractive. So I figure, a really attractive older guy.
I didn't see it because
I didn't see it, but I think that's what Suzanne saw.
I think the only thing that she liked was that he was a Bulldog fan, basically a Georgia fan. That's it.
Maybe so. So he enjoys hiking. Apparently there was like a mountain across the way from the winery they were at.
Yeah.
And she has hiked that mountain in the past, and they talk about possibly doing that on their next date.
Nice.
Allison meets him, which she meets all the men.
Of course she does.
And Suzanne already knows she wants another date with him.
Of course she do.
So Anise gets a FaceTime from Willie. She asked him what he thought when she said Big Willie, and he knew that she didn't mean it in any type of sexual way. They are touching each other's fingers through the screen and cheesing and just looking at each other.
Yeah.
And they, as far as I could tell, they want each other's bodies bad.
Yeah. Like, and truth be told, do you think Will and like Anise will work outside of the physicality? Or like
it's hard to tell because I haven't seen much of his personality. I don't even feel like they've really gotten into getting to know each other. They're just really enamored with each other right now.
Yeah. And I'm like, at Anise's age, at 60-something years old, I'm like, is that a problem? Because I'm like, she's outside of the first guy, she's like 3 times married.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hey, what happened to the other 2 marriages?
Yeah.
Like basically, like, what do you value in these? And I know she kind of talks about it in the next episode, but it's like, I really want to know more about Anise because I feel like I'm 5-6 episodes in and I really don't know what she's about. Yeah. Outside of like how she wants to be soft and basically want to be cared for. But I need to know what her value is because this can be like a billboard. Talk about Will. He basically can represent a billboard basically on what she wants physical. Like basically what she want her man to look like. But I don't really know what like she's about really. You get what I'm saying? Besides she's smart. I understand that.
Yeah. And I know she said like she's gone after like the most like attractive guys and they pretty much have the pick of the litter. And honestly I feel like she's doing the same thing. Yeah. And maybe that's all she wants is like some arm candy and somebody, you know, nice to look at, and that's totally fine. But that probably won't be long term if I mean it's repeating what she's been doing, but maybe she don't want nothing long term.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Listen here, I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment. We are so close to 4,000. Thank y'all for your help. We see y'all next time.
Bye.